Hey guys, Jesse504 here, bringing you my Week 1 PBA matchup against Iraz, coach of the New York Blazikens. And this week, I mean, they've got a pretty scary roster. They were number 3 in the power rankings, but some weaknesses that are definitely there on this team. Team consists of Mega Aggron, Clefable, Gudra, Blaziken, Gastrodon, Excelgor, Zebstrika, Mew, Donphan, Delmise, and Muck. So Mega Diancie has a great matchup against this team. If I get the Aggron down a little bit, then Mega Diancie can just come in and win. But other than that, just a great matchup all around on the team. But the main threat is definitely the Mega Aggron, but I definitely have ways to break it, which is really helpful because that thing doesn't have the best special defense. So just live and learn. That special defense isn't the greatest, but it's still really good, even with max HP, max def, it's still a lot, and then body press as well if they want to run physical. Clef is just a really bulky mon with Wish support. Mega Aggron goes crazy, and some other members also get great Wish support, and Gudra as well. Thankfully, I have great answers to Gudra, which is why it may or may not come. I'm debating if it will, but it's a great Scarfer. It can do work. Those are the really main threats. And then Mew, I just don't know what it's going to be, but I'm going to have to find a way to beat it somehow. We always hope for defensive Mew, but there's ways to work around it. And then lastly, the last big thing that I'm sure is going to come is the Delmise, because it has a great matchup against me. It's just hazard clear as well as just a nice bulky. It's great defensively against me, which is why I think it's going to come. And then the last mon I'm not really sure about. I don't think Gastrodon's going to come. I don't think Excelgor is going to come. I don't think Zebstrika comes. So I think it's going to be between Blaziken or Donphan. That's my prediction. Alrighty. So going into it, looking at my team, starting off with Mega Diancie. Great matchup this week. Clear body pre-Mega, obviously, and then Magic Bounce once I Mega Evolve. Calm Mind, Earth Power, Power Gem, Moonblast. Earth Power is there so that Mega Aggron takes 50, so if I get some good chip on it, I'm fine trading any one of my mons that can do 50% for Mega Aggron, because I think that that's great. Mega Aggron kind of has 4 move slot syndrome against me because there's a lot of things that it wants to run. It wants to run Heavy Slam. It wants to run Body Press. It wants to run Ice Punch for the Garchomp. It wants to run EQ for the Chandelier and the Toxtricity. And then it also wants to run Rocks just to kind of support the team. So I think it's going to have probably 4 moves of attacking, if I'm guessing, which means that it'll be able to hit my entire team pretty hard, but it won't have really any way to boost itself, which is really nice. So obviously after a Calm Mind or 2, I'm pretty sure this thing can win. The only things that naturally outspeed it are Excelgor and Zebstrika, which means that either a Scarfer has to come in and do work, or this thing will outspeed and win, because I don't really see Zebstrika or Excelgor coming, because this thing is kind of a natural counter to Excelgor with the Magic Bounce. And then just pretty standard set from there. I was considering running physical, but I want special to be able to hit through the Mega Aggron. Up next is Kartana, Life Orb this week, Beast Boost for the ability, Sacred Sword, Smart Strike, Leaf Blade Knockoff. So fast enough to outspeed the Mew, which is kind of where all of my mons are sitting at this week. If they're above base 100, it's just enough to outspeed the Mew, no more. Sacred Sword, Smart Strike, Leaf Blade Knockoff, Life Orb set this week. Just does great damage to a lot of the team. Can hit everything for at least neutral damage, if not super effectively. And the only thing that I really have to worry about is, well, any special attacker, and then Blaziken on the physical side can also be pretty threatening, because I don't really have too good of a way to pressure that, because I think that I want these moves. I don't think I can afford to run Psycho Cut to be able to kill that thing, and I also think that thing might just run Scarf. And up next, Garchomp. I kind of had a hard time deciding what I wanted to run on this thing, but I ultimately chose Sword Stance, Rocky Helmet, Rough Skin to be able to just take a hit, do 30% back if they make physical contact. EQ, Ironhead, Crunch, Sword Stance, crunches so that I don't get walled by Demise. And I chose not to have Dragon Stab because I don't think I need it as much, prioritizing EQ because they don't have a flying type, so just being able to hit everything for good damage is really necessary. And then crunches for Demise, like I said, and then Ironhead is for Clef. And everything else pretty much is just going to take an EQ. Just pretty bulky on the HP investment this week, enough speed to outspeed the Mew, and then attack. Oh, Crunch also hits the Mew. And then attack is just enough, and then I'll get boosted up, I'm pretty sure, to 2-hit KO, or to OHKO Clef after a Sword Stance with Ironhead. That's where I decided to stop at. I'm not quite sure if that's going to work 100% of the time. I'm going to have to go recalc it, but I think it'll be good. And up next, we got Chandelure. Choice specs this week because choice specs Fire Blast OHKOs the Mega Aggron, which is really nice if I hit the Fire Blast. But and then Energy Balls for the Gastrodon, but I'm not sure if that comes. Shadow Ball and Psychic, just great coverage. Psychic is for the Blaziken because without a Scarf, we speed tie that thing, and we have decent-ish bulk to be able to KO it right back. And up next, Toxtricity. This thing, if it gets going, it can win. Overdrive, Sludge Wave, Shift Gear, Sword Power. I wasn't really sure if I wanted Boom Burst or Stored Power on the last slot, but I ultimately decided Stored Power because if I go Shift Gear, then I go Overdrive, then I activate my Throat Spray, and now I have base 100 Stored Power coming off of a boosted special attack and a great special attack set anyways. 108 speed lets me outspeed something, the next fastest thing. I don't remember what it is, but I outspeed it. Yeah, because the speed tiers on the other team are kind of wacky. So just I didn't really have to run a lot of speed on here, and I'm able to run max special attack Modest to be able to work. Oh, wait, no. So this speed investment allows me to outspeed, I believe, Excelgor at, or maybe it allows me to outspeed Scarf, Chandelure, or Scarf Blaziken, I mean. Is it outspeed or speed tie? Yeah, so I'm gonna actually, boom, outspeed. There, okay. And up next, lastly, is the Avalugg Ice Table, Heavy Duty Boots, Sturdy, Recover, Rapid Spin, Body Press, Roar. I was debating whether or not I wanted to run, like, there were a fair amount of moves that I wanted to run. I wanted to run Recover, Rapid Spin, Body Press, Roar, Iron Defense, and Heavy Slam, but I could only pick the 4 of those, so I picked Recover, Rapid Spin, Body Press, and Roar. Roar is in case they do decide to set up with the Mega Aggron. I can come in and I can roar it out. Also, I can just roar out any one thing if it's set up in my face. Obviously, the Mega Aggron, I think, is the biggest threat to do that because I don't really do too much back with the Body Press. If they're max Fizz Def, I only do like 20%. So, this is the team heading into the match. I hope I can win. See you guys in the match. Alrighty, opponent just had the challenge. Let's get into it. So we see what comes is not what was expected because both the Gastrodon and the Excelgor make appearances. Thank you. Can you get the... Okay, so Gastrodon, I don't really know why it came. Thankfully, I do have some prep for it. My guess is that it actually has a pretty good matchup against the Toxtricity, and then, other than that, the Excelgor, I expect that as a lead. So, cool. I'm just gonna Mega Evolve and Power Gem right now. Actually, I'm gonna make a read into the Chandelure, perhaps expecting a final Gambit, because this discourages the Hazard Click. Final Gambit, perfect. Excelgor is my favorite Pokemon, so I do know a little bit about that. My guess is that probably a move into the Gastrodon. I'm comfortable making that Energy Ball play right now. If I'm not sure what else would come in, maybe the Goodra if it's AV, but other than that, not really sure. Just set spikes. Okay. Cool. Then, in that case, I think I can just go Avalug. I can just rapid spin these away. Goes for the Bug Buzz. Cool. Yeah, cool. So, I'm comfortable just going for another. I'm just going to go for Body Press in case they do decide to switch. Cool. Bug Buzz. KO me. So, whatever hazard they do decide to set up is going to stay. But I don't really want to lose anything else, so I'm just going to Shadow Ball, and something's going to eat a big hit. Just goes for one layer of spikes. That's fine. That's manageable. Yeah, cool. Trading Avalug for a Selgor is fine. Thankfully, don't lose the Mega Diancie turn 1. That was something that I'm a bit weary of, so, hopefully that sets the tone for the battle and not any of these other plays. So what do I think is going to come in? Alrighty, just goes into the Goodra. I assume AV Goodra, based on the way that thing came in. Not really sure what it wants to click, though. I'm just going to click Shadow Ball, scout it out. Goes for Iron Tail, interesting. Probably expected the Diancie read, and I was looking at maybe going into... Oh yeah, I am Specs. What did you think was happening? I clicked Shadow Ball last time. Cool. Perfect. I am Specs. I'm literally Specs. How would I not be Specs? Bye. That's nice. That's kind of funny because I am Specs. How am I not Specs? I clicked Shadow Ball on the Excelgor. Like, that's kind of funny. Blaziken. Cool. Could be EQ, but I don't really want to risk thing. My gut says that they might click EQ, but if they probably knockoff would be the other option that they would be clicking right now. Nox, okay. Probably the Gastrodon play is what's going to come in, but I'm going to shift gear. I'm not sure if they're going to stay in or not. I would love to have that throat spray boost, but I'm not going to be able to throat spray before the Gastro would come in anyways. So I'll just shift gear here. I should be able to live a knock. If they don't go for knock and they try to kill me, well, then I know they're not scarfed, and that is helpful. Because that means that either Chomp or other thing can come in and just do damage. Chomp or Kartana. Getting rid of that Mega Aggron is really helpful. I'm still confused about how they thought that it was not Specs. It was Specs. Yep, cool. I'm fine just getting off some big modest stored power damage. Cool, that did not do enough. But I'm just going to click it again. Get damage off. Go into this thing. And now see what exactly they want to do. I mean, that Leaf Blade play is too obvious. I think I can just, yeah, I'll just knock this thing off. Perfect. It was Choice Scarf, kind of figured as much. I assume that they're probably just going to want to knock me off again. But at this point, KART doesn't really do a lot. So I'm kind of comfortable losing it here, going for just Sacred Sword. Cool. Going in with Kartana. Let's go! Let's go, Kartana. I am Specs. Yeah, I clicked Shadow Ball on the Excelgor. I don't know what was. But yeah, it looks like we'll be able to pick up a nice victory here. Um, yeah, I never clicked Fire Blast. I switched out. Yeah, okay. So it looks like a little bit of an error. Ended up like just like a little bit of a misplay. But let's see what exactly they want to do. I'm sure knockoff should be able to do big damage. I don't think that there's a combination of switches that lets the Kartana not just win here. So, I'll just sacrifice it, or I'll knock that thing off. Perfect. Cool. Let's go Kartana. This thing, I don't personally think it's the greatest in draft, but, you know, it is one of my favorites, so I had to include it on the team, and it looks like it is showing me why I should have included it on the team, which is great. So, yeah, this battle was just a bunch of decently to pretty good reads. That might have done it for him if, I don't know, but yeah. If they gooeyed me, maybe the Mew could have lived something. But yeah, that was an interesting battle. Yeah, I think that the error on the Chandelure really just set the tone for the rest of the battle, and then yeah, Garchomp and Diancie didn't really have to do anything, so that was nice. But yeah, that turn 1 read with the Diancie into the Excelgor, you can't get me like that because that is my favorite mon. But I would have thought that, you know, could have been something else. But, you know, starting off with a 4-0 dub, that'll be a great way to set the tone for the rest of the season, and hopefully we can see similar successes in the coming weeks. But until next time, Jesse504, out.